Here we go. If Dame is traded to the Miami Heat, do they become the clear favorites in the East?
It's on me.
Yeah, you got it.
All right. I have one word. Absolutely. If they get Dame Lillard, they become the number one, the clear-cut number one favorites in the East. For one, let's just call a spade a spade. They went to the finals this year. That means they were the best team in the East this year without him. And you got to look at what it's going to take for them to get him. So they're going to obviously have to lose Tyler Hero to get him, right? Um, I think so. That's just basically, to me, you're trading Dame Lillard for Tyler Hero. Would you make that trade?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. In a second, he comes over there. So now you got Jimmy Buckets, Dame Lillard, and Bam Adebayo. Who else has three players like that in the East? Nobody. So the only that automatically makes them better than the Celtics. That makes them better than the Celtics. And then the only other people that I can see them comparing them to is the Bucks, who were the best team in the regular season in the East. And I think that makes them better than the Bucks, because the Bucks still got to re-sign Middleton and Brook Lopez to even keep theirs the same way. But my thing is, the Blazers said that they're not gonna let Dame go, and they plan to keep on trying to build around him. But the problem is the only people they talking about adding is Dylan Brooks and Draymond Green. First off, Draymond ain't going anywhere. And even if he did, that doesn't even make them close to being a contender. So I just think that I don't think that they're gonna let him go. I think that he's gonna ride. I think he's gonna ride in I think he's gonna ride in Portland, bro. But if he does go, I think that does put them better than Boston, better than the Bucks, which is hard for me to say because I believe Giannis is the best player in the league, and it's hard for me to go against him. And it makes them better than Philly. So, yeah, I think that makes them better.
Okay, Kiel, what you think, Kiel? Talk that talk.
Damian Lillard should have left a long time ago. We know as long as you're in Portland, you'll never win a title there. He's been there 11 years. I appreciate the loyalty, but he needs to get the hell out of there. I think he got maybe like 6, 7 great years left in him.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot. And Damian Lillard, he's a prisoner right now. He's locked up. Portland has locked him up. They don't appreciate him. They have never sent him any type of help at all. And
they send his help away. They send his help down to New Orleans.
And obviously, no superstar or stars is going to go to no damn Portland, Oregon, the Pacific Northwest, for crying out loud. Obviously, nobody would want to sign and play there. If you really think of it, like if you think as like a fan, like one day I'm gonna play for the Lakers, one day I'm gonna play for the Knicks, one day I'm gonna play for the Celtics, one day I'm gonna play for the Portland Trailblazers.
Only if you're born in Portland, man.
Yeah. But yeah, Damian Lillard needs to get out there, and he is a superstar. He's box office, he's must see, he sells out, and he's one of the most exciting players to watch. If it wasn't for Steph Curry, we would be talking about Damian Lillard the way we talked about Steph Curry, because Damian Lillard is also the type that could pull up from anywhere.
Yeah.
He's the type that will wave you by while he's sending you home in the playoffs. I mean, ask Russell Westbrook.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, and coming off of a major injury, he had one of his best years, averaging over 30 points. I think he averaged 32. So I think this has to happen. He has to go. You've been there 11 years and you don't get no help, and you're pretty much not getting anywhere. So Miami is a great destination. I think the Miami is where he wants to go. If I was Miami, I would pack up multiple draft picks. I would package Kyle Lowry. I would package Tyler Hero, and I will send all of that for Damian Lillard. I think that's the right way to go. I think Pat Riley, from what I know, he said he's planning to get the deal done tonight.
That'd be big.
So yeah, I think this trade has to happen, man. I mean, look, and we're around free agency, so yeah, this deal has to happen, man. Unless the Blazers pull some miracle and they go and land Paul George or somebody like that,
Still
but I
not.
just doubt that will happen. So for me, it looks like the Blazers want to reset, rebuild, and let Damian Lillard go. I mean, CJ McCollum, he's already gone. I mean, he should have did what CJ did, but I don't know if New Orleans was the right destination because
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
But he did help New Orleans out. So shout out to CJ. But that's my thoughts on Damian Lillard. When I found out about it, I was actually going to report it. Then I was like, wait a minute. They say they're not moving him yet. So I was like, okay, I'm going to wait for this move to happen. So.
Okay. Well, first and foremost, while I get this stuff plugged in, don't disrespect all the former Blazer greats. Don't do that. Rasheed Wallace, Jermaine O'Neal, Brian Grant, Cliff Robinson, Clyde Drexler, Brandon Roy, Bonzi Wells, Arvidas Sabonis, Damian Stoudemire, Scottie Pippen. I'm just naming some for you.
Yeah, and make sure you name Greg Oden also. How about that?
Hey, we not doing that. Don't disrespect the Blazers. They have been a great franchise, just a team that never got over the hump. Don't do that.
You left out one, and the only one you should have probably mentioned.
Aldridge?
No.
LaMarcus Aldridge, that's another one.
No, the only one who won him a chip, man.
Oh, man, you going back to the 70s, man. I'm not going way back to Bill Walton. You're right. Hey, you're right. But what I'm sitting there saying is, man, Portland is a great franchise. We're not going to do that. At one time, for all my people out there, I love Dame Lillard. Keo knows it, C knows it. I've been hyping Dame since he came out of college. But to sit here and say he didn't have no help in Portland, that's blasphemy. I'm not going to let nobody sit there and tell me that. I'm not sitting there saying they were the favorites. But Portland had him, CJ McCollum, and LaMarcus Aldridge there. And they were all borderline all-star players. And they didn't win. So we're going to call a spade a spade. We're not doing that.
Well, when they were together, all three of them wasn't completely at their prime.
Hey, we knocked them out the playoffs. We knocked them out.
Exactly. You knocked them out the playoffs. All three during that time. When you mentioned those names, yeah, they sound great and all, but they weren't particularly at their prime on the top of their game.
Hey, the Portland Trail Blazers have underachieved. We're not going to sit here and say they've never underachieved. They have underachieved. In that series, they were the prohibited favorite to beat the Pelicans. So we're not doing that. But to answer your question, Damian Lillard is the swing player right now in the East. If the Heat get him, obviously they're the favorites. If the Bucks get him, obviously the Bucks are the favorite. Whoever lands Damian Lillard when it comes to the East, they will most likely be the favorite. There's no question about it. Damian Lillard in a pick and roll with Giannis Antetokounmpo would be ridiculous. And like you said, see, they went to the championship, the Heat, without him. And if we keep it in a beam, Tyler Hero didn't even play. Let him go. It's like they get an upgrade with Damian Lillard. So absolutely, Damian Lillard is a swing guy in this situation. I love Dame in the fourth quarter. It would be interesting to see him with any one of those two teams. I think that's the two teams that really should be pushing. They should be all the way in to land Dame. And when it comes to the Eastern Conference, even though I would like to see Dame and Embiid together, I don't see that happening. So I think it's out of those two teams. So I'm interested to see what happens. But
how do the Bucks get him? You mentioned the Bucks. How in the world do the Bucks get him?
Well, I mean, they could do sign and trade with Chris Middleton, let Middleton go. They can give some draft picks. I mean, I think there's flexibility there. Bobby Portis is a nice little piece. I'm not saying he should be the piece. I'm just saying you can put things around Chris Middleton, Bobby Portis, maybe do a sign trade with Brook Lopez, who you bought up. I mean, there's ways that you can do things to land Dame there, I believe. But the thing, I would try to keep Drew Holiday, Giannis, and Dame if I'm them.
Yeah. If they can keep those three, if they can do it and they can keep Drew and him, oh yeah, that'd be a monster trade. That'd be a monster trade.
Milwaukee is a very slim chance. Giannis, he's came out. He said he's not that huge on forming super teams. Miami.
Ask him, do he want Dame?
Yeah, right.
I think he would say no.
I think he'd say no in front of those cameras. But I guarantee you, when they in them meetings and the president asking that, he gonna say, "Bro, what do I have to sign? Do I have to sign? I need to call him. Who I need to call to get out of here? Get Middleton out of here. Get anybody out on this roster out of here. Me and Dame will do it."
Yeah, Miami. I was talking about it after the Nuggets took them out. I think Miami is a great situation for him and Jimmy Butler. What was that?
The trades that I've seen them proposing for him is them giving up Tyler Hero, I forgot the other guy, and 2 first-round draft picks, which I think that's a hell of a deal. Go ahead. Get Damian Lillard. You're basically trading Tyler Hero and 2 late first-round draft picks because you're going to be in the finals. And that's going to make your draft pick in the last 2 draft picks of the draft. So I do that easy.
I think Kyle Lowry would have to be in that trade just because of his big contract.
Yeah.
So I think it's Lowry and Hero with and I mean I would do it. I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. Obviously I would do it. But I'm just saying.
I couldn't even get off the phone with them quick before I'd have been Kyle Lowry on 3-way. Hey, bro, you hear this? Head to Portland.
And Scoot, he can learn from a veteran like Kyle Lowry. So, I think it'll be a good trade for both teams. Yeah. And, it definitely makes Miami the clear favorite.
Scoot on over there. So they may make I think that they may trade him now. More, I just thought about that because they can build around Scoot now.
Yeah.
But I don't think Scoot helps. Scoot doesn't help them. Let's say, all right, you got Scoot, Dame, and like I said, they talking about getting Dylan Brooks and Draymond. That doesn't make them a contender. They still miss the playoffs with their roster.
Yeah, I think so too.